Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review Episode 191. This one reviewing the 191st episode of the series, Stray Dog and the newest chapter of the manga, which is chapter 56, known as Code. Let's talk about this new episode. It's part 2 of what basically is a continuation of last week's episode, where Kwanaki escaped from the facility. Now, this might be the title be called Stray Dog. It kind of feels as though this one is... It kind of felt like this one was kind of like 2 episodes shoved into one. It's a bit obvious as like that, because the Stray Dog thing is wrapped up by halfway through the episode, and the second, it's almost like this was basically going to be 2 more episodes. Like, this whole episode was basically going to be Kwanaki something wrong, and maybe the next episode will wrap up this particular portion. But I think maybe they cut this down due to time constraints. It's possible, because if Kwanaki is still running from escaping from the facility, and he basically runs a stray dog, and the stray dog is basically looking for something to eat. He's wounded. Also, Team 7 basically goes to the Thunder Station to see if Kwanaki is there, but he's not there. So look out. Meanwhile, though, Naruto and Sai are all the way there. Next time we see him is when they arrive, and that's what crazy stuff happens. So Kwanaki himself basically like hiding, of course he's bleeding like crazy. Susumori is looking for him, and she finds him when he's about to be attacked by a meat shop. Basically, he's attacked by a butcher. The butcher himself is actually trying to take out a stray dog, who apparently is a thief, and Kwanaki scares away the guy, and Susumori basically treats the dog's wounds. The dog is scared away, and he's about to give us basically some nutrients thanks to this particular needle. He apparently doesn't like needles, so basically he tries to strangle her, but then Team 7 show up when they find him, and then the police show up, and oh boy, it's almost like these guys are trigger happy. It's like they really want to burn him so badly, despite the fact there's actually another person there, a hostage. It's like the cops in this episode are being complete idiots. Where they fire the stuff off and look up. Well, they basically attack Kwanaki. Look up, he's able to get away. Though then, of course, he's basically attacked by a freaking grenade, which he's able to get away no problem. So Susumori is injured, and Boruto, being the reason why, basically gives out good orders. Have Sadara and Misuke go after him while he tends to Susumori. Okay, that makes sense because, he kind of, in a way, it's kind of basically unofficial here that he's kind of a chunin, and he's giving his friends basically orders. They go after him. Meanwhile, he basically, in a way, helps her up, and also before this happened, New bit Kwanaki in the shoulder, but not as bad as before. So, lucky enough, because, all the craziness that happened afterwards, because, the police tried to attack him constantly, and lucky enough, Naruto shows up. Basically, Naruto debriefs him, basically debriefs him what's going on, and also, even though that he tried to choke him, but the thing is, he's not responsible for the other injuries that she suffered. That was the police force who did that. Who apparently, started to point out though, there are civilians around, and guys like apparently they don't hear her or they don't take her seriously, so they try to burn Kwanaki. Luckily enough, he's able to absorb thanks to his karma, and then Naruto basically appears in his Kibe form, and he doesn't do any special attacks per se. He just blocks Kwanaki's punches, and he gets knocked out, and he decides, oh yeah, I'm basically going to take care of myself, and that's the episode. It's a good episode, but I think everybody watched it kind of felt as though that this could have been the way this episode was. It could have stretched out for 2 episodes, but they didn't. And I like the fact that Susumori basically is written to be a very useful character in this episode, which I think is great. And speaking of Susumori, she takes up the cover for issue 56. Yep. And her outfit she wore at the start of the series. So the thing starts out with Boruto on a talk show, basically being answered what happened previously about what happened with him and the leader Kara. And then we see Armando, Keisuke, and Susumori, where they basically treat Kwanaki's arm because the karma's gone. And he knows that, and of course he asks, why is Susumori here? Because, basically some Mr. Summer wanted to work with him. Like, interesting. And I'll give member of the team. And of course, well, she's kind of blushing. And like basically like know the basics, injury. He's like, "Do you ever think about Boruto? So I can ask you about him too." He's like, "Wait a second. Do you like Boruto something?" And she's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh wait, go on to get those. Oh, go on to get those so bluntly. Let's keep on the secret, okay?" Yeah, Kisuke is like, "No, it's very obvious." He's like, "Whatever. It takes a matter to me as long as you do your job." And Mario's like, "Excellent progress. I do appreciate any big problem with your hand. Don't shake the routine maintenance. Come back next week." "Yeah, can I go now? Come on, okay?" And of course, Sumeri, he's looking like, "Oh, never mind. Let's do it next time." Like, whatever. And like 14 out of time, oh, shucks. Yeah, and it turns out, though, that because of having fork effect against karma, teams haven't been sidelined. Though I have a curious question, though. Where the heck is Konohamaru? Yeah, he's been remarkably absent for quite some time. Unknown why he's moved from the story. It's like he's just been removed for the last, 30 chapters or so. And of course, well, everybody's discussing, then we have Sadara and Mitsuke visiting Team 10. We're discussing that Team 7 specifically is silent because Bart doesn't have action. Doesn't want to keep on his discovery. And apparently the whole thing was satellite. It was actually Shikahamaru's idea. Like, okay. For him, that makes sense because he's a genius. He'd probably just be cautious. But he shouldn't have Barge on a constant guard just because he's got karma. Just have his friends look after him. It doesn't have to be about that. Yeah. And everyone, of course, is worried about him. And then we see Boruto sitting on top of the Okage Mount, sitting on his father's head. You see two girls like, "Oh, look, it's Boruto. He's so cute." Yep. He's like, "Whoops." I'm sure you're probably thinking, "Oh, man, I am popular with the women." Yeah, that's what he's probably thinking, though. And Kwon gets her like, "Let's use bother." Well, whole celebration TV thing is like, "What? Oh, if you're just going to poke fun of me. I'm surprised. I'm more glum." About karma? I was over it a long time ago. It's just I don't know how to act. Yeah, this conversation lasts for some time. Of course, they talk about Momoshiki, and they also talk about code. Yes, code. Now, in the terms of this is actually the first time that Kawaki has brought up code in the series. And then we see Code goes to a facility that is actually in this chapter where he's from my borrow. Yeah, but then we have a scene between Naruto, Amando, and Shikamaru where they basically chat about Code, and they talk about how he's the protector of the Ten Tails, and just by sheer coincidence, Kawaki and Bar talk about him too. And we see the facility, and well, people are there is like wonder who he is. It's like, is this Bar's facility? This is Bar's facility, right? I'm acquainted with this. Can you let me aside? And of course, they don't really trust him. And of course, Kawaki tells him a bit about his origin. Basically, how he got the power. And they talk about how Code basically was able to survive. That's why like not even able to be rejected to be a host of the karma. And then you have Code attack people at the facility. And he pretty much just takes people there. And he's able to get in, not much problem. He kills, the two guards. And then he's able to get inside. And, of course, basically, there's more chat about him. And they see that maybe there are more people inside. There are more cyborgs. The fact they mentioned about these cyborgs that apparently that Jughead found out about them, ordered to be destroyed, but there's actually some of them actually survived. Yeah, Baro took them to the facility. Why in the world Code wants it for? Probably to upgrade himself. Yeah, and then pretty much after chatting for a while, Naruto's like, "It's Go Kage time. Go Kage summertime," which is interesting, though he refers to it as that. Normally it's referred to as the Kage Summit. This is the Go Kage summertime, which is interesting. Because basically, all these Kages don't have, none of them got a G in them. You have the Hokage, Kazakage, Razakage, Mazakage, Tazakage. Excuse me. But Gokage, that's interesting. And, well, this guy's basically Code become a vessel for him. Become the key. It's a lot of chatting. It's like that they should train. And meanwhile, though, Code basically has arrived inside And of course, the person there is oh, it's a Ko. What are you doing here? Here for Juggin? Juggin's dead. Borrow too. Hey now. Let's see what's happening. A lot. I got things are real busy, by the way. How's Ida? And they discuss Ida for a bit, and they text Ida. Ida is actually this woman in this thing. It's like, hello, Ida. Who knows everything in this world? Interesting. It's a good chapter, and it definitely sets up stuff for later. And, well, I'm going to give the chapter roughly a 9 out of 10. It's a great chapter, and I can't wait for the next chapter that comes out next month. It comes out April 20, believe it or not. Yep, so yeah, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my review of Black Butler, where I'll be discussing the 4 most recent chapters for the series. Yep, but see you next video. Bye.